All right, so I guess these things are still plagued with injector issues. This is a 2024 Honda CR-V, pretty low mileage. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing injectors on this, but this thing's got the cylinder 4 misfire. Don't worry about all these other things. These are just set because of the misfire code, because it just, you know, one says, oh, you got an issue with the PCM, okay, now, and then it just sets the code for the ABS, and then your integrated driving support is like, hey, there's an issue with your ABS, and, you know, that's why all your warning lights are on the dash for just, you know, the misfire. So, yeah, anyways, like I said, plagued by injector issues. I was guessing head gasket, but I don't know. That's also another issue. But let me just show you with my camera down in the cylinders and what the injectors look like inside, because it only does it when freeze frame data says it was 52 degrees Celsius. Here's a list of freeze frame data. So it's at idle, high idle. High idle with these cars are just under 1,000, because they idle at like 650. So 52 degrees Celsius coolant temp. I'm going to stick my borescope camera into the cylinders, and we're going to see what the tip of that injector looks like compared to another cylinder that's not misfiring. And yeah, so if you want one of these borescope camera, I'll put a link in the description for you guys, and you know, get one, because this thing has helped me quite a bit. I almost got to have charge it. It's been a while since I charged it too. All right, so there's the injector. Let me just see if I can move it around. You can see all that carbon right there. There you go. It's pretty chunky. So carbon is just unburned fuel. Let's just say that. Now I'm going to put it into the next cylinder beside it, and then we're going to see what that tip looks like, because you can see all that crusties right there, and that's all carbon. It's harder to see on my camera, but you can see what it looks like right there. All right, so in the cylinder next to it, and would you look at that, nice and clean. Let me turn off the light. Yeah, so you can see, you don't see it as crusty as the one in cylinder 4 that's actually misfiring. So yeah, so basically we're just going to be putting injectors in this thing, because we got the spark plugs out, coils. It's not spark plugs, not coils, not compression. This thing only has 17,000 kilometers, so barely 10,000 miles. Anyways, so just to sum it up, basically this thing just needs injectors, because what's probably happening from the borescope camera is that injector is not atomizing the fuel, and especially when, you know, temperature is only 52 degrees Celsius, it hasn't gotten the operating temperature, and what happens is, yeah, the injectors doesn't atomize the fuel, it's causing the misfire. So liquid fuel doesn't burn, the vapors is what burns, and the injector isn't atomizing that fuel for, you know, for combustion to happen, and you get that misfire, and that's what's happening here. So yeah, I don't know, Hondas are just plagued with bad injectors, I guess. Maybe I'll do a video on the injectors on 1.5, but I've done 1.5 turbo injectors already. Maybe, I don't know, I'll put it in the link in the description if you want to watch that video. I'll put that down there. Or I'm also looking at the Honda Forums Facebook page, and people are having all these warning lights on the dash, and I'm just like, it could be a bunch of things. It misfires, if you have a hybrid, also misfires, or injectors, and, you know, etc. But yeah, anyways, if you're wondering why you have warning lights on your, you know, 2024 CR-V, even the 25s, I guess, because, you know, they're out now. Maybe this video will help you, and, you know, if you have a 1.5 turbo or a 2-liter hybrid also plagued with injectors. So yeah, I get people in the comments just questioning me, like, oh, are you sure it's that? Why are you sure you didn't check this, check that? But, you know, all I can say is I work here long enough to know what I'm looking at, and these are the common failures. So I don't know what people comments in the comments, but there's also people in the comments also saying that, hey, what's wrong with carbon buildup? You know, not really an issue, but like I just showed you, carbon buildup on the injector tips. And yeah, because if you're gonna keep a car long term and you're gonna be replacing injectors, that can be an expensive cost during your ownership of a car down the road, like, you know, 5 years later from now, and you're replacing injectors. But you'll never have that issue with port injectors, because they're not in an environment that's you know, in the cylinders where there's combustion and heat and, you know, carbon. Because, you know, people said there's nothing wrong with carbon buildup on the intake valves, but, you know, when they get bad enough, they also misfire. But there's also carbon buildup on other places like your injectors and injector tips, and cause, you know, your spray pattern of the injectors to cause yourself misfires as well. So there's also that. So, anyways, just to show you guys, it'll misfire a little bit when you first start it up, and then it goes away. But right now it's already at operating temperature. I didn't feel it but it does it when it's cold. Maybe a little bit. I feel it. But yeah. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time. Go check down in the link down in the description for that borescope if you like one of those.